Lat Racing Oils is invested in winning. With industry-leading at-track support, superior engineering, blending technology, and the World Championships to prove it, Lat is your premier choice for racing lubricants. Used by NHRA Pro Mod champions Jose Gonzalez and Chris Thorne along with their closest competitors, Lat Racing Oil continues to carry top-level racers to the winner's circle in all categories of competition. From engine oil to transmission fluid and gear oil, Lat has you covered from end to end in your race car. A nationwide dealer network means easy access to our products as well. Visit LATRacingOils.com for more.
Fred Mott Racing Enterprises, located in Daytona Beach, Florida. Fred Mott Racing Enterprises and Performance is a family-owned and operated automotive performance business. You can find FMR Performance at almost all of the large motorsport swap meets and rod shows throughout the country. Visit our eBay store for all your automotive performance needs. We ship your orders daily.
And welcome to Atlanta Motor Speedway. Not the new Atlanta, thank the Lord. Can't stand super speedways to save my life. This is the old Atlanta before it was reconfigured, torn down, and then basically NASCAR said, hey, let's make it a super speedway because people love those, right? Not me, I don't. But this is the FMR Performance 125 here. Drivers still in their qualifying. Have different cameras today. Go ahead and say I'm not very fond of it. I don't like Skype very much. A little bit hard to... I used it when I was really young. Stopped using it after a while. But right now, Sean Britt, he is sitting on top of the board right now. They have about 30 seconds left for that. We'll pull up some race info for you. 125 laps for these guys here tonight. This league... sponsored by Lat Racing Oils, Geezer Authentics, Perfect Shine, Auto Spot, Fred Mott Racing, Apex, Sim Racing. I missed one sponsor. I have no idea how I did an FMR Performance. No, I did that. Fred Mott. Excuse me, I literally didn't even think about that. But they are rounding out qualifying here. As you see the 99. It's a new version. I think that might be a Gen 6 version. Not completely sure, but they're running the Gen 6 here today. So that'll be a little bit interesting for them to see. Again, this rundown of the starting grid, and that's not starting grid, we brought to you by Perfect Shine Auto Spa. So we're going to pull up the starting grid here now. First, Sean Britt. Second, Jason Kanak. Third, John Osborne. Fourth, Nick Haufman. Fifth, Eddie Hagee. 6th, Jonathan Platt. 7th, Brandon Jackson. 8th, Paul Wilson. 9th, Christopher Hamilton. 10th, Peter Murphy. 11th, Kevin Foster. 12th, Jason Greenwell. 13th, Matt Crockett. 14th, Connor Gibson. 15th, Talon Ulibarri, who goes by Ulibarri. Kyle Fay. 16th, 17th, David Leakey. 18th, Benjamin Lacey. 19th, Brandon Finley. 20th, Corey Russell. 21st, Hayden Paul. 22nd, James Hartley. 23rd, Bill Harkins, who is the league owner. 24th, Bob Berry. 27th, Terry Condis. 26th, I can't see that because it's blending in with me. I need to get a different camera angle here. 26th is the last driver, and that is Mark Allen Bibbins. Sorry, I could not read that to save my life for some odd reason. I don't know why it's put on laps. Let's put that back to laps here. Someone in the chat says, it's Bill. Hi, Kevin. Again, this is what we have for Skype right now. It's, who would have guessed? Not even going to pull up. No, it will. I have to have that pulled up there. We'll have that in the bottom right. I'll say what does that say? I love Brandon Jackson 99. I wish y'all could see that. I'll blow that up here. Look at Matthew Crockett's head up there. Says that on it. I wish I knew how to focus on one of these cameras, but I can't. I can't tell it to... Oh, never mind. There we go. You can see it a little bit better. See it right on his forehead. I love Brandon Jackson. A little bit interesting for him to do that. Somebody just is on pit road and it's telling me, but they're actually not there. Give them one paint refresh before these guys go around. 125 laps here. Old Atlanta. It's been a while since I ran Old Atlanta. I know you would like to run bottom if you can, but you can also rip the top at the same time. These next gens at this track, however, will be pretty aero dependent. That's one thing. Not next gens. Gen 6s, decently aero dependent. That's one drawback that I had with them. You can't really get away from anyone. You're kind of stuck, and you get pulled by somebody in front of you. So I do expect to still see a decent amount of drafting here, which at least it's not like the new Atlanta where that's all it is drafting. But pace car is getting ready to pull in here. John Britt will lead them to green. Starter has a flag in his hand, and green flag is in the air. We are underway here. Looking at some drivers there as these guys go down the back stretch. Most people are in the high line. No, wait, it's high line 3 and 4. I think 1 and 2 you want to stay low, but Sean's gonna have to go with Houfman on the bottom as he's already got some damage on that front end. That's one thing about these old gens too, is any amount of damage, even if it's super small, is basically almost magnified with how aerodynamic these cars are. But Houfman, he will get that position, slide up in front of, or really not slide up in front of him. He was pretty good distance away from Sean, and he'll take the lead here. As back in the pack, we got the 82 and the 38. The 38 of Murphy tried to get to the outside of, I believe that's Wilson. Yeah, no, Taggy in front of him. That blue and white Chevy Camaro. Ooh, almost a nick there from Wilson. That's going to end up bad. Is you can just see, look at that power being put down by Murphy. He's going to get 2 spots, or actually he'll get the spot finally on Haggett. Looks like going down the back stretch. A little bit back in the pack, you got Osborne, the Apple computer. That's Apple's original logo, or their old logo at least. I don't know if that was their original. I don't even know if the original was, to be honest with you. I'm not that old. I could say, maybe Bill knows. I know he's an old man. He'll chew me out for that. But you got side by side here. Flat. Actually, that's Murphy's made up a lot of positions. I thought that. Oh, there! I saw it coming. The 43. A Platt into the wall, and that creates a big wreck here. 4 or 5. Somebody just got nicked on the bottom. I saw that coming before it even happened. I was waiting for that. So right around here, I knew this wreck was going to happen. We'll go on review chase with Platt. He was coming up, and I saw Wilson trying to shoot it, and right here is where I knew there was going to be a wreck. Actually saves. It gets touched, and then Wilson comes back down and gets him again. And then it's just on from there. He actually kind of gets the least of it. Hamilton, he probably gets some of the worst damage from it. See him coming here. 1, 2, 3, 6 cars, 7, because the A4A, at least 8 or 9 people involved in that. He's driving the Gibson Authentic. Gibson, what in the world? Geezer Authentic. Excuse me. Paint scheme. We do have some people that have came down pit road. Haggy, who has damage on that right front and the bumper cover of that car. Greenwell, Ulibarri, Flat, Leaky, Wilson, Gibson. Yeah, these guys are all involved in that. That's a destroyed race car. Hamilton here. Liquid Death. Matt Crockett. If any of y'all have saw Liquid Death, it looks like a beer can. It's just a drink, or just a drink. It's just water in a can. That's simply all that it is. As we have Bill, who's multitasking right now. Move that down to the bottom. We'll leave those. Actually, let's move them up. This is where I normally keep them. Keep them above the iRacing logo at least. He is running triple monitors. Look at some other drivers. Oh, Jackson, who got animated at Daytona, was not too happy what happened during that. Sean, who's rocking his VR headset. That is a... It's like a HTC Vive, I believe. It's got a button box. I need to get a button box. Fanatec wheel. I know what pedals those are. Those are Husqvarna pedals. No. And I think that's how you say the company name. Eddie Haggy, who was involved in that. Thrustmaster, steering wheel, and shifter. Greenwell, do not know what he has. Gibson, who's also munching away. Eating a cheese stick, looks like. You got David Leakey. Fanatec wheel at least. Also with him. But FMR, if you all see, I will put, you put their website here. Bill sent me this, and I thought I put this in on the website, but I didn't. So I will put this in the chat. This is their eBay store where they sell stuff, and I'll pin this also. That's 2 over. I can't send that. You got to be kidding me. But pace car will pull off here. Hoffman will lead them to green as green flag is in the air. We are back underway here. He gets a good jump on the field. A bit further back, we got the 48, which is Finley. I'm still learning names here. And look at that. Mark Martin inspired paint scheme on Terry Conus. I have one similar to that when I used to race with TWR. Very good setup shop. Just left because I wanted freedom for that, as we got a whole gaggle of cars up here, or as Kevin Harvick would say, a kerfuffle. Jackson on the bottom, Murphy in the middle, Britt on top, and these guys are going to try to fan out. This track is somewhat big. You can kind of get away with going 3 wide. You better be careful, though, because if you don't, we're going to get absolutely cleaned out from below. Oh, somebody just hit the apron. I'm not sure. Oh, save it. That is Foster. Not sure what happened with him, but he definitely got really loose in the bottom. I think he just hit the apron. It was not a fun time for him. See Bill Harkins, he's making his way up front a little bit now. We'll actually pull him up so you can see what it looks like when a driver's driving, not just from in the car, what it looks like when they're actually having to, get a hold of that wheel. He's running triple monitor setups. I believe he's actually got the monitors that I had at one point. I had that same brand. I realized if I close that, it closes this. Excuse me. Did not realize it did that. It's gonna ride the top line as we got Lat's trying to come back up through. He was involved in the first incident. Yeah, he was. Common theme I'm seeing so far. People are not afraid to use their bumpers. There's a lot of scrapes on the front of these cars. I mean, a lot. Kanak is going to outside of Britt, but how can he's run away with it? Murphy's coming. He is really fast. Qualified him. Biggest move right now is Condas and Bivens, both up 17 positions before they started. LaShawn might be down on hour. Looking at that car, I'm not completely sure. I mean, he's probably to the floor with it. Not completely sure though, but car looks like there is something odd going on. Somewhat settled down. We got Bivens, Flats trying to make his way around Hamilton as O2. Yeah, those were both cars that were involved. And at 15 hasn't magically now gotten a front end put back on that car. You kind of need that, especially at downforce tracks. This one's kind of a downforce track. The reason I say that is if you look at the spoilers, if I can get a good view from it. That's a decent view. Tracks like this, low horsepower, high downforce. That's why these spoilers are so huge on them. When they go to short tracks and road courses, they use a lower or smaller splitter, also a bigger engine, less downforce in the car. I actually prefer that. I think it's fun. You can actually, you know, it comes down to who can manage the tire as well. You're at to spin coming off the corner. Platt's trying to make his way up here. Somebody's ripping the wall. That is Kanak. He's actually going to lose 2 positions there. But they have not let Nick go. They've kept him in sight, and Murphy's not let him go either. Neither is Jackson. Made all of them keep a rear view eye in that mirror. Jackson's going to try to get that spot, see if Murphy runs him down. Looks like he's going to stay away from, not going to try to side draft here at all. Now, who will Lacey go with? Lacey's going to decide. He looks like he's going to wash up to the wall. I'm going to say if he decides to go, now Jackson's got to, oh, he's not in a good position here. He needs to find a way in. If he can't find a way in, that's not going to end up too well for him. So when these tires wear, I expect around lap, let's see, so some of them didn't pit, as this is I'm going to cluster cars up here. Got Osborne, Lacey, Murphy, who else? Britt, Conus, Platt. And there goes 32 in the wall, just a nick, so he's not going to be too hurt from it. iRacing does have the tendency, though, why I said that's the tendency for iRacing is if you touch the wall, it basically just grabs you and pulls you with it. As Britt just got in there deep, he gassed it up in the middle of the corner. He started plowing tight. Luckily, there was no one outside of him, so he could just go right up to the wall. That almost ended up really badly for him. Back here, there's not really much going on, really. More up towards the front, Finley's found himself out of line, so he's probably going to fall back, if I had to guess, at least to 12th, as Murphy has fell off hard. He burned up his tires. He made a hard charge up there up front, and he is basically just stalled out from this point on. He's probably cooked the right front, if I had to guess, because he's not sliding around. I mean, let's try to listen to his tires here for a minute. going to listen in the corner, and I'll tell y'all if I can hear it. Yeah, he's tight. So listen to his throttle there. He had to blip it a little bit. He wants to get back to the throttle, but he just can't because the car is so tight. And I have my engine sounds turned, or my engine tire sounds turned. I can't speak today. I'm so sorry. Turned down. I couldn't really tell if his tires were squealing, but it sounded like they were, as Jackson's going to try to go to the lead here. Oh, somebody is down to the inside. Who was that? If y'all saw that, but I saw a flash of some car just go down to the inside. Not sure who it was. But Jackson's going to try to get the lead here. He's going to have the help from Lacey if I had to bet. No, Lacey's not going to help him. He's going to try to go high side. Almost a little bit of contact there from the two of them. We have Lacey. Oh, if he can get his nose there. He got his nose there, so now that stops Jackson from being able to wash up into the wall like he needed to. But Hoffman's trying to hold these guys off. Behind him, Osborne found his way in here. Knack is just kind of stuck his nose. He's saying, I'm just going to stay here, let you all battle it out. I'll tell you what, it looks like these cars are going like 20 miles an hour almost. I don't know if it's just the track or what, but these cars look like they're almost in slow motion. Like Jackson's going to get... There he goes. He gets a little bit loose. So that's tight loose. Okay, who is that on the inside? That's who it was Hamilton. That's who I saw shoot down the track because he just did it again. And I knew it was a dark-colored car before, as they're almost 4 wide around Foster, but they make it through. A little bit of landscaping there done by Hamilton. Sadly, he will not get paid for that. Lacey's trying to get clear. Now Jackson's fell back because he's actually found a place in line now. Look at Platt. Platt involved in that wreck. Car that got put in the outside wall. Now found his way up here, and he's got good tires. He also has fresher tires than these guys. 6-lap fresher tires, and I think he's got them. Make sure completely that he does. He, in fact, does have him on that. Hoffman's going to come back inside, say, I'm going to keep my nose here. I am butchering every single word that I'm saying. I don't speak English today. I don't know what it is with me. Now I've sorted it out a little bit back here. Yeah, everybody has nose damage. Everybody does, and there's always a scuff. Gotta be careful with that. I know you can puncture or you can damage a radiator pretty quickly in these cars too. Luckily, I did that. Only did that once at like Martinsville, and I blew up. It was blinking. I knew it was gonna go. I had front end damage. I think I got punted into somebody. Osborne, he didn't pit. He's made his way up here. There's only 6 drivers who pitted that were involved in that wreck, and it depends if if Osborne burned his tires getting up here, how that'll affect him a little bit later. Because he very well could have just burned them straight off. As how many people are in this call? So 1, 2, 3. Okay, 9 people in here that had a camera. Just checking. And that Jackson all the way to the bottom. I think he's trying to hold off people. You see the 5s fell off too pretty hard. Have Crockett, Gibson going at. These guys have not had the race that they want. Not been a bad race for him. I mean, they've just been very quiet, and it's early on. I mean, you're only 29 laps into a 125 lap race. It's not like it's going to be over for you right now. You can still rebound from this. Just maybe hope for a caution. Hope one of these guys just cleans each other out. Let them race super hard. There's a lot of things that can happen in racing. Jackson's trying to find the outside of Haufman. He just can't get them. He's trying. You can see him. He's running high. He's just trying to get his nose there. If he can get just a little bit of his nose to the outside, that'll stop him from going up to the walls. Oh, he gave him the... Yep, he gave it to him. It's actually not good for him. I thought he was going to get it there. Platt looks like he's slowed up a little bit. Platt burned up his tires or something. He may have done that. It's very... Oh my gosh. Mac almost got turned by Jackson, I believe, there. A little bit loose, just was able to control the rear end of the car. It definitely shaked around. Not good for these tires. However, I think you can kind of cool down these tires a little bit better than the next gens. They don't have as much power. They ran... Yeah, they ran 550 is what they ran. 550 horsepower. Which the next gens are standard at like 625? 625? I know it's 6 something. Jackson might have letting his stuff cool down because he's making his way back up here. Sean Britt, who qualified. What is going on here with Greenwell? Yeah, Greenwell was really loose off the corner. Not sure if that's just the car not handling like he wants it to or what, but that seemed a little bit weird. The car was really, really loose. Looks like he's kind of working that steering wheel. You can't see his steering wheel, but if you look at his arms just a little bit, it may not be good enough resolution on that screen. He's twitching them around every now and then, so it tells me he's making a lot of minor adjustments to the car. So it's going to get a little bit iffy for him as we're looking at Knack. Greenwell's the one below him. As, yeah, Jackson's cooled off his stuff, and he's driven back up here. Lacey's trying to... That's really sweet. Trying to defend against him with the mixture in this water. It's like super sweet. But back in the pack, fastest lap times right now. We got 33 ones, 33 flats almost. They've had a almost 2-second fall off on tires. So they have had a huge fall off. I think it's mainly right fronts being burned off. Old Atlanta, they characterized it as a cheese grater. So I know one time, the year Larson won his championship, he actually ended up losing at Atlanta. They ran one lap and they pitted, everybody did, as it looks like Osborne's going to be able to hold off Lacey. Lacey and 3 wide, here we go. Almost 3 wide. A little bit too wide there. They're almost, now they are 3 wide. There's Jackson, Lacey, and Osborne. That was a little close. Basically all 3 of those drivers, but I like guys racing each other. Don't give positions. Never give them position, make them work for it. Some people will get mad for that. I don't care. Osborne still just holding him off. Just barely. Sean's making his way back up front, too. He's made his way back up to 4th after he's having to fight with Haufman. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm probably saying it wrong. That's okay. Can you all let me know if those logos are rotating? I've been so zoned in, and the 81 is going to go in the wall. Osborne overcorrected, probably broke his steering. No, actually, he hit it that hard, I can't see the right front. Quickly, rear chase. Oh, he hit the wall again, and he's going to get turned. I was trying to find the right front damage. Slides to the infield. And no caution yet. There will not be one called. He hits the wall, and Alphen had nowhere to go. That's not Nick's fault. Gosh, just hitting the wall and bounced. So he just bounced off the wall there. There's nothing that Nick could have done. He's just the wrong place, wrong time. And where did Nick go? I know Nick went through the grass. I however cooled down his tires. There's actually an exploit in iRacing at one point. Hold on, I'm about to sneeze here. Oh, it now went away. That's great. There was an exploit in iRacing. You could actually dip your tires off the track and it could cool them down. A lot of road course racers did that. I didn't start racing road course until recently, but that was a year ago. It's Platt's loose also. That was an exploit they fixed because the grass is cooler, however, very slick, so you don't want to touch that, especially under braking. You touch that, it's, yeah, you're going right around. No doubt about that at all. The other cars, I don't think anybody else has really any major damage besides kind of... Oh, there's some guys that's pit. I didn't realize some people pit. So we had Hartley, Paul, Gibson, Leakey, Murphy came down pit road while I was looking at the front pack. I didn't even get a notification. No, I did. I just didn't see it. Before them going down pit road. Yeah, John Osborne, he is back down. No, he's just coming down pit road. I'm gonna say he wasn't involved in the first pit, I don't believe, or not first pit, first caution. But Jackson's managed to cool his stuff. He's gonna battle with Lacey. Haufman's gonna come down pit road. I think he's might be under pit speed. I don't know if he is or not. Other guys are gonna come down here pretty hard, but Nick got all he could come down pit road. So it looks like this will probably start the whole pit cycle that's going through. Jackson and Sean going at it. Lacey just looking at him. Platt's kind of like, I'm going to stick my nose in here. If he can get to the outside. No, he's not able to get to the outside of Jackson. He was so close. I mean, he was right there at it. As I need to copy this link here. Change the description very quickly of this. See a link now in the description for the sponsor of this race, FMR Performance. See Lacey coming down. And we got Knack coming down. Also, Tokyo Drift from the 15th. There's no way he got down to pit road speed. Hamilton, no way he got down to pit road speed. I mean, that man... Really? I watch anime also, but y'all can't see it. Right next to his name, he has some type of figure. I don't know what it is, though. And he overslid his pit box. That goes from bad to worse, because I think he got a speeding penalty. I'm not completely sure, though, but it looked like he came in there super hot. Super, super hot. We'll see if he did when he is sitting in his pit box. Yep, he did. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. I was right. He's still sitting in his pit box. So he did get a speeding penalty. Platt has stayed out, however. Jackson's came down. Britt, Greenwell, Bibbins, Haggy have all came down pit road. This is going to be their first stop here. That's how you get all going down pit road. We'll see where Ulibarri and Crockett come down. They pitted on lap 6, so maybe you stay out a little bit later. I don't think you can really get away with staying out that much later. I mean, you got to come relatively close to everybody else, because if you don't, it's just going to be a... I mean, there's a 2-second tire fall off difference, so you kind of have to come relatively soon as everyone else pits, because if you don't, you're going to be really hurting in the long run. Still going to stay out, though. But Murphy, he pit on lap 35. He is the first of cars to have fresh tires. However, Benjamin and Kanak have fresh, as that's not so fresh for Jackson now, because those rears are going to be screaming at him. Especially this one in general. This is like the trouble child. Once it gets in trouble, it never stops. sparks flying. Car's bottoming out. Flat. So look at his lap times here. See, last time's 33, 33. Then it comes to fresh tires, 31, 31, 31, 30, 31, 32s are a little bit older than the freshest of fresh. Rockets, Ulibarri, and Flat still need to come down. They're either hoping for a caution or they're just rolling the dice at this moment. I'm not completely sure. I wonder what it looks like in Sean's vision. I'm actually really curious because when I did it, I wear glasses. I don't need them. I didn't have the adapter for it, and also had a... Actually, there goes Crockett, and he goes spinning inside wall down pit road. I guarantee you, if I rewind this, it will be a misshift. Yep, he's going to shift too early. Yep, wheel hopped it. Tried the downshift again. Called it before he even saw it. Flat still staying out. How he's doing it. Ulibarri. What was I going to say? I was saying something. What was my train of thought, Karen? I forgot what my train of thought was because I went to go look at Crockett going down pit road. He's out and away finally, but he's going to be hurt from sliding into the wall. Our fuel load's 65%. Yeah. So 65%. I can't remember. Let's see, 65% fuel. I'm trying to think about what they went on a normal run as. There he goes down pit road. Flat finally comes down pit road eventually. This will give the lead to Murphy. See Leakey behind him. Here comes Lacey. Lacey's just got fresher tires flat out. I mean, that's just... I mean, there's not much you can do besides block, but you're 52 laps into a 125 lap race. Why are you blocking? Why would you need to block? That's a good way to, excuse me, get turned. As Ulibarri, that's not Ulibarri, that's Ulibarri. Finally down pit road also. Flat, I thought he had a penalty for some reason. As these guys have now bunched back up, you see fresh tires, new tires, all coming together. Mingling like one nice family. 99 of Jackson's just going to probably blow by. He did. He easily got by him. Easily got by Kanak. Kanak might just... he's not going to let him go. I thought he was going to let him go because they've got only 1 lap tire difference. Yeah, he's not going to really... I had a feeling he was going to do that. He's not really going to pin him down. I mean, it's one position. In my mind, it's not really worth racing as hard as other people would. See, Leakey, he's got older tires, so he's not going to be able to defend as well. He's going to probably fall back to, if I had to guess. Might stop his slide here. Either he'll slide back to 7th or 8th at the most. That's at the most. Going off a guess. Straight up guess, which is probably roughly correct. Gotten pretty decent at guessing. You my Discord. Or else I had that. I've been going pretty decent at guessing if people are going to level out in their positions. I've done iRacing long enough. I know tire fall off. Jackson is blinking in and out. This is probably terrifying. The people behind him as he loses his nose, and now it's magically back, and he's gone again, and he's back. That's just not something you want to see if you're somebody behind him. Or he's behind you, because you don't know where he is, and you can't avoid anything that would happen. Say he makes a big move or misses braking point somewhere, and you're going to get plowed into. Or we see Jackson making his way back up here like he was before, and I'm not very surprised by that at all. It's about to kick my headset cord away from here. I just yanked that cord out here. Hold on. I have no sound for a minute. Luckily you all do. I don't. It's a habit now. Guys, who is that total black car? So Talon, he should... That's Hayden Paul, that's who it is. That black Ford Mustang. I couldn't see, and I just saw the very back nameplate, and that was a very small one, so it's Hayden Paul. So Platt, he's running right now 31.95s because he pitted at lap 51 compared to 32.42s. These guys up here. So 50. Depends on how fast he gets back up here. He might be making a good call. As Hankins can't... wait. Harkins. It's Harkins! I'm almost going to get swiped. Swipe or no swiping from... Who is that behind him? I don't know why I said Hankins. It's Harkins. Excuse me. That's who it is. That's the 82 of Wilson. Up front, Jackson, he has gotten lead from Lacey. Jackson's shown to be a pretty strong driver. He's right to the top. Keep going, you'll get there. Someone just said Kevin, so I guess you're cheering for Kevin Foster. Is there 2 paint schemes of this? No. There's not. Okay, I thought there was 2 of them for some odd reason. These guys right there, just kind of pulling up a little bit of them. As I don't know why that's what it is. Transparent. That should fix that dial over, that overlay being white in the background, because it should not be that. However, this field's definitely spaced out. Pull up the track map so you can see a little bit now. Fresh tires have worked their way up front. Old tires have fallen to the back, or older tires have fallen to the back. When I think about it, I wonder how many laps you could go on tires before they all blow out. That's with getting blacks cleared. Excuse me. I'm trying to tighten my microphone arm. It's very loppy. Loppy? I guess that's the word for it. Had it for a while, but it's never been super stiff. But back here, Finley. These two up here not let each other go. That's Jackson and Lacey have basically just been nose to tail. I'm surprised they haven't gotten married yet. How much they are around each other. Lacey's going to try to get to the outside, and I think Jackson's going to let him go too. He doesn't look like he's fighting him. No, it's just from my angle it looked like it. He will kind of fight him just a little bit, trying to get side by side with him. I almost like going to clip him there for a minute. Very, very close. See how aggressive he's going to be. Lacey's just going to run that high line. It's going to burn up that right front, but it will give him more security on exit. Jackson's probably getting a little bit loose on exit. Trying to keep his foot in the throttle. This has brought Foster kind of within it as he hits the wall, and that probably takes away all of his progression that he had up to that point. Excuse me, Kanak is... Or Knack, no. Yeah, he goes by Knack, sorry. I think. Yes, he goes by Knack. I think he does. Ooh, camera. Oh. Sorry, I just read your comment. Oh, look at... Nobody else is really making a lot of moves right now. It's pretty stalled out a little bit, not too much, however. Kind of around here. This is lap cars. Yes? No. Yes, this is lap cars. The 10 Rocket the lap down. Hamilton is a lap down too, I believe. Make sure I can't see on this completely. Yes, they are. Oh, there they go. And there goes Greenwell into the wall. He takes Harkins with him. No caution yet. That should be a caution thrown. And there it flies. I don't know what happened to him. I think he just got loose on exit and tried to chase the rear end. I got in the wall and it made him loose, and he's trying to drive it, and then Bill's wrong place, wrong time. He has nothing to do with that. He gets collected in it. Probably broke Bill's steering, I had to guess, right here. Look at Bill Harkins. He probably broke his steering when he hit the wall. Yeah, he's trying to turn, and it's just the car's not turning anymore. He's actually lucky it goes back down to low line on its own. He might make it to pit. So he can make it to pit road here. I'm actually curious now. Yeah, it appears that he does make it to pit road. This should bring everybody down now. 69 laps of 175 done, so we should see everybody pit for tires and fuel and maybe get damaged fix. See if they do. I know Lacey probably wants to win that race off pit road too. Platt's going to stay out. That's a gutsy call from him. I don't believe Platt was a lap. That's so sweet. I don't believe Platt was a lap down either. A little odd to see him do that. But hey, if he wants to do it, he can do that, I guess. Condis Jackson actually wins that race off pit road. No, he doesn't. Lacey wins that. That must have been a very close race off pit road between those two drivers. Murphy, Fay, Howson, Leakey, Finley, Gibson. Uvar didn't pit. Osborne comes out. That's looking car number 8. Yeah, Karen, they will need tires heavily. Now if these guys are under I can't speak. Under caution, we will go on a side-by-side commercial break here.
Lat Racing Oils is invested in winning. With industry-leading at-track support, superior engineering, blending technology, and the World Championships to prove it, LAT is your premier choice for racing lubricants. Used by NHRA Pro Mod champions Jose Gonzalez and Chris Thorne, along with their closest competitors, LAT Racing Oil continues to carry top-level racers to the winner's circle in all categories of competition. From engine oil to transmission fluid and gear oil, LAT has you covered from end to end in your race car. A nationwide dealer network means easy access to our products as well. Visit LATRacingOils.com for more.
As we are back here in the Bandit Racing League, 72 laps of 125 done. Pace car getting ready to pull off here, and they will get the green flag after that. However, this is about to be horrible for Platt, and I say that because he did not pit. So, yeah, not going to go too well for him, if I had to guess. Lights are back on? Were they not just off in the pace car, or am I seeing something? I swore they were just off in the car, but who knows, they might have gone back on. Hartley is going off the track. He may have had a penalty he was serving. That's why we see him dropping all the way down there. Yeah, the lights were off in the pace car. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I'm going nuts yet. If I am, well, just, I guess let me go nuts. I don't know. The pace car should be pulling in for real this time. Unless it fakes it and stays out on the track again. As there it goes, and Platt will lead them back to green. I don't expect it to go too well for him as the green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here. Doesn't get a horrible start, but it's not an amazing one either. I'm going to bunch everybody back up. This is what the low horsepower package did, is it made everybody not able to get away from each other. So it's going to be a lot of racing. Platt somehow still holding the lead. He's not going to be holding it for much longer, though, if he doesn't get to the bottom. And there they go, right around him. In the corner, you're going to notice it because he doesn't have the grip that everybody else has, and hopefully doesn't get absolutely ran over here in a minute. Must be going so far, so well for him. If I was Platt, I'd honestly maybe even get out the way because he's just going to get ran over as Foster hit the bottom. And he bottomed that car out. I saw it slam as Murphy gets sideways, too. I think he door slammed somebody. Oh, he rubbed you. And rubbing is racing, son. Platt, yeah, he's going to drop like a rock. He is not going to hold on to anything. There are two similar paint schemes. I knew it. 82 Because Wilson and Foster, I think they have the same paint scheme, or pretty similar to it. And question is just who can save is what I see at tracks like this. Is you don't want to burn off your tires too quickly. Yeah, Karen, I believe you. He's definitely going to get ran over. He's almost getting ran over here. They're all having to go 3 wide. He's just having to stay high. I don't know why he didn't pit either. Was he? No, he wasn't. Yes, he was. No? Yes, he was. He was involved in that first wreck, so he might have... He's already used 2 sets of tires. How many sets do they have for this race? Quickly, pull up race info. I actually don't remember. See if iRacing will tell me how many sets of tires they have. Max tire changes 3. Yeah, he might not have a set of tires left. He has 1 left and he's trying to save it. I mean, he's going to be saving it for a while. Even that, he's going to be off on fuel. It's going to be even worse for him as Hoffman and Jackson go on at it, kind of side drafting from each other. Foster's just looking at this. He's like, no, y'all can go at it, have fun. If you take each other out, just don't involve me in it, and I'll be fine with it, as I almost do. A little bit of a fender touch there could have sent that driver around, but luckily it doesn't. Jackson will maintain the lead here. Foster, as somebody's slamming in the wall. That is Finley. Probably beat in that right front. How many times he hit? Yep, man, that right front is caved in. Not as bad as I thought it was, though, but it's definitely beat in a little bit. Hoffman, he's just going to try to ride that bottom line, and he's going to try to get up under Lacey. It looks like literally that third scene where most of the guys are running, at least in 1 and 2, 3 and 4. I think it's the same also. As it kind of does appear to be. They're running a little bit lower. I'm trying to think of when I ran this track. I think it was mainly you run. I ran the bottom, but I entered very, very high. That's all that I know. I'm not completely sure. Lacey's trying to defend back here. And there he is. Yeah, he's really fallen. This is a big group of cars. This is what this is from. I think 80, so Leaky. This is from 9th on back. We're all around each other, and probably neither of them can get away either. We'll do 5 laps on board here with some random drivers. Let's go cockpit view. And I will not talk for those laps. It'll be 5 laps. So your sound's not messed up. It's just me not saying anything. So we will start that now. we'll stop that there. Conus has came down pit road as these guys around. This is still 9th on back, 8th on back now. As there is almost somebody else on the wall. Finley was looking to get in the wall there for just a second. He was really loose on exit. Jackson and Alfman going at it again though. Karen, I didn't see your comment there. That's my bad. I would have done the crank it up, but again, I only have 3 monitors. I can't see everything on them, or else I would. As we have a caution, Foster has wrecked. Is this the cause? Yes, it is the cause. I believe he was top 5 at least at that moment. Wow, he just, rear tires just lifted off the ground by Lacey there. That's just being hit. I think his car was already light. Oh, did he slap the track into somebody's path? No, he doesn't. He just locks it down. Oh, my Lord. That is... Wow. He had that saved. Oh, my gosh. He had it saved, too. And this is... I don't know if you put the blame on Foster or not. I mean, he's coming back down the track. I don't know. We got guys coming down pit road. I don't know if you blame Foster for that. I mean, that was... I don't know. Because it's not like he can hold his brakes either, and he's probably not expecting them to fly up on him like that. And the 76 could have moved up also. Bivens could have moved up, but I don't know. Don't take me out, coach. I can still race, is what his car looks like. The Bay stays out. Gibson will win that race off. That's not going to end up well. 2 tires for Gibson and Osborne. That is a horrible decision for them. Ulibarri is coming down pit road. These other guys go out. I'm going to look at this incident again. So, I just want to see how... Did this 76 see it happen in front of him? Or... So, he can see smoke right now. So he sees it happening. He's out of the gas. I don't know. Like... So, I'm looking right here. Or really, way before this, actually. Sorry. So, he knows that Foster's somewhere in the middle of the track. Wait. Actually, right. Here, he knows Foster's somewhere in the middle. He's going to go to the bottom. And even then, this is a tight squeeze. Like, this is going to be tight. And he has room to the outside. It's not like he's crammed down in the bottom. Like, this was going to be close to begin with. And he's coming back down. I don't know. I think he could have moved up. I mean, I don't know. I think he had room to go up if he wanted to avoid that. And Foster's already pretty low on the track. So it's not like he could slide really any further, if I'm being honest with you. So... I don't know. It's just that's weird. I don't know. Yeah. That's all I can really say on that. Hold on. The lights should go out on the pace car here. I know FMR, if you're watching, hello. Bill told me you would be watching tonight. I meant to put up a little screenshot and put that up now. Luckily, it doesn't pull up random images. Forgot. Is it in my quick access? Yes, it is. Thank the Lord. You see, this is their website. Just a little eBay look at it. Make that a little bit smaller for y'all. Again, I'm not going to have it up here the whole entire time. That's what it looks like on their website. I can stop moving around everything in the world besides that. As the lights have gone off on the pace car, will be 30 laps to the end of the race. It looks like Bill's not happy. Yeah, I'll look at him in a minute. See him, he's sitting back in his pit stall. Wait, how is he? Did he get involved in that? He did. How did he get involved in that? I didn't even see that. That must have been after I panned away from it. But pace car will pull in here. Starter has the flag in his hand, and green flag is in the air. We are back underway here. Gibson gets a good start by Halfman. I think these tires will just eventually overpower Gibson. He's not going to be able to hold off. The one foreign driver in this league, Connor Gibson. He's got to hope these guys just start racing side by side and hopefully burn their tires off. That's the only real hope that he has, to be honest with you. As there comes Haggy with 4 fresh ones. Freshly mounted. Good Lord. As yeah, he will easily take that lead. Gibson falls back to 4th. He's going to continue to fall. I don't think he's going to fall as hard. He might fall back to 10th. If I had to guess, 10th will probably be the lowest I'll give him. But Jackson will get that lead from Haggy not really easily. He's going to fight him for it. Doesn't really hold Jackson down, but he just stays enough on the outside to where Jackson couldn't wash up to the wall like he wanted to. When that happens, you have to put so much wheel into it. It's just hard to get off the corner like you want to. Biggest mover right now is Bob Berry. I haven't said his name at all. One bit. Lat's going to get to the outside of him. Ooh, a little bit of contact between them. Finley looks inside. He decides that it's not really worth it. As Harkins has finally left pit road. I still don't know what happened to him. I have no clue at all. Let me unpin him. I forgot to do that. Gibson still falling through. Let's see, where is... Yeah, Foster, he is, what? 2 laps down. I know we had some people cheering for him in the chat. It says, but anytime I even get to run, it's like, oh, we got somebody around. As I was reading chat there, I don't know what happened. Paul Wilson has wrecked on the backstretch. Oh, gosh. Ooh. Wrecked on the backstretch. Guessing he will get loose because the 31 gets tight. He tries to shoot the middle, and he comes down into the 01 and overcorrect, or double zero, and he overcorrects. I just called it. Someone clip that. Someone clip that. I just called that, and I didn't even see the wreck. I gotta remember that. What lap is that? Or what's the timestamp on that? 1:27:30. I'm going to email that to myself here quickly. I'm a wizard. Takes from the tires also. I hate to say this, but anytime I get killed as an owner, I never really try to race up front. When I do, I get killed. That's what that was. Gibson pitting. Britt and Osborne pitting. Do they have tires? What does that mean, Karen? I don't know what that means, to be honest with you. Kaboosh. sure what that means. Not race sponsors. I'm trying to find a certain... There it is. No. League sponsors. And this league is sponsored by Lat Racing Oils, Geezer Authentics, Perfect Shine Auto Spa, Mott Racing, Apex Sim Racing. I'm missing one. No, Lat Oils. Caution. Okay, I don't know why I thought I read over them. But we do have the logos up in the top right now. I got the code from SDK to make them rotate correctly. If you don't use a certain code, it crams them all together, one on top of another, and I thought I had it right last time. I didn't, so I had to scramble and put it back to 4 logos instead of 5. I learned the hard way about that. I believe light should go off on the pace car here for Jackson. I can't see the pace car, can't see it still, and they're still on, so we will go to a really, really quick commercial break here pretty much.
Lat Racing Oils is invested in winning. With industry-leading at-track support, superior engineering, blending technology, and the World Championships to prove it, LAT is your premier choice for racing lubricants. Used by NHRA Pro Mod champions Jose Gonzalez and Chris Thorne along with their closest competitors, LAT Racing Oil continues to carry top-level racers to the winner's circle in all categories of competition. From engine oil to transmission fluid and gear oil, LAT has you covered from end to end in your race car. A nationwide dealer network means easy access to our products as well. Visit LATRacingOils.com for more.
Fred Mott Racing Enterprises, located in Daytona Beach, Florida. Fred Mott Racing Enterprises and Performance is a family-owned and operated automotive performance business. You can find FMR Performance at almost all of the large motorsport swap meets and rod shows throughout the country. Visit our eBay store for all your automotive performance needs. We ship your orders daily.
Washing Wong, being chilling. Okay, yes, lights have gone off finally. So, 23 laps left here. They'll get the green with 22. Almost got taken out. Oh, my bad. You talking about a kerfuffle? I need some 200-mile tape on my mouth right now, though. I'm not sure if you're talking about in-race or out-race. Wait, ooh, gotta delete that. Blah. English is hard. Good lord, I cannot speak at all. I don't know what it is with me and just trying to speak in general. Apparently I just can't do it. I meant to ask, so what state are you all watching from? I know most of the time when I'm streaming, it seems to be people from lower states, like the South. I'm from the South, not deep South. I'm from Virginia, not the northern part of Virginia. Thank God. If you're from Northern Virginia, I'm sorry. I feel bad for you. As pace car will finally pull off, gets way out of the way. Starter will have the flag in his hand. And green flag is back in the air. We are back underway. Here is Jack, and gets a really good jump on the field. A little bit of a stack up there on the bottom line. Haggy getting shoved by Haufman. Haufman looking inside. Thought about it. Shove him in the corner, too. Almost shoved him in the corner. He's a little bit behind him. Murphy maybe trying to get him to move up off the bottom. But he can't do it. You got, what is that? That's Leaky shooting in the middle now. That green neon paint scheme. Bob Berry, haven't talked much about him. Finley stuck 3. Oh, that was so lucky. That was not net code, and it might. Oh my gosh, how is that not net code? Y'all don't know it. There they go. Contact. Don't overcorrect it, and he saves it. It's just plowing tight. Cars not turning. He found out the hard way about that. Lacey going to shoot the middle. 3 wide now. up here as Jackson's trying to run away from it. As we got somebody in the wall hard. That looks like that might have been Bivens. Yeah, it was Bivens. Actually, it looks like he didn't hit the wall hard. He's got no damage on that car from it. But Haggy has fresh tires also. So fresh tires on fresh tires. A little bit of contact there between Gibson and I believe that was either Bob or Faye on the top line. As Gibson's going to be the only guy on the bottom. He needs to find a a way in. Oh, we got the 84 Leaky turned into the wall by Platt. Did that kill the 84's right front? No, it didn't. Did he save that? No way. There's no... Hey, I think he saved it. Or if he did, he hit it so flush it didn't do any damage to the car. I don't know how he did that. Look at this man's concentration. Utter determination from Haggy. See anybody else? That's everybody on the Skype call. I know who is who. That's the one good thing about using Skype. They're actually labeled with their name. Watching from Boston, Massachusetts, James. Boston. One place I've never been to Boston. I've never been to Boston either. I don't think I'd really want to go to Boston. I'm not a traveling person. I like to stay at home and sleep. It's very rare if you see me outside in the wild. Halfman's going to try to defend against Murphy. Murphy's making his way up, and he gets turned in the wall, and that should be a caution here as he goes down the track. Bob Berry involved. They go up across, and that brings out the 5th caution here. Tries to merge up, and Platt's just there, and can't fill the hole that's already filled. Well, you can, but it overfills. Platt is not in the wrong here. He's there, and he just comes up in front of him. Murphy actually, I think, gets the least damage out of that. Oh my gosh. Leaky, I don't know how, look at how close he is to this. Let me get a cockpit view of him. Doesn't touch him. And then Barry, how does Barry get involved in this? He is probably trying to shoot the bottom. Yep, trying to go down to the bottom. And Murphy just there. Nowhere to go for him. Yeah, honestly, I don't think Murphy hit that hard. I mean, he's still got a front end on the car. He's probably, I mean, he's scrubbing off speed here. Yeah, for a car that hit that hard, it's surprising to have a front end on it. With no engine damage. Is Jackson close on fuel? Wait. Yeah, he might be pushing the clutch. I'm seeing, are these guys going to be close on fuel? He's still running. Jackson's saving. So it is actually proven running a higher gear will save you fuel, but the easiest way, getting in a high gear, speeding up a little bit, cutting the engine off, letting it coast, that can save you a lot of fuel. I can't remember who proved it. But, who did? It was I can't remember. I'll link the video if I can find it. But it does save you a pretty decent amount of fuel, surprisingly. Who made that video? I'm not completely sure who it was. I know he did it in an ARCA car at Miami. How much fuel does it save? Whatever, I can't look at it right now. See if I can find his video. Evidently, I can't. So that, man, these guys might be. Oh, that Gibson pitted. So he pitted on lap. That explains a lot. Now he's got fresh tires. Lap 100 is when he pit. That'll be interesting with him to see how that goes. I don't know if some guys will have fuel, though. Or not fuels, tires, if they want to pick. Because you're only given 3 sets, which is included just 4 overall. Counting the that you qualify with. Carries over. No tire wear, sadly, doesn't carry over that. I think that would change how a lot of people qualify. Some people, well, you kind of have to go burn them off. I don't know. I'm not somebody who qualifies very well. I'm more of a person who races. Lights do go off on the pace car here, so Jackson will lead them back to green. Just outside of Zion National Park in Utah. I've not been to a national. No, I have. Yeah, I've been to one national park. I live in the Appalachian. Well, I don't live in the Appalachian Mountains, but I'm really close to them. Where I work is actually called Trailtown, USA, or friendliest town on the trail. Every May we have like the whole population of a small country and hikers come, and it gets hectic for sure. But I'm curious to see how Gibson does on these fresher tires. They're 9 laps fresher. Not really heat cycled. I think he only changed one side though, because he only did take 2 the other time. Oh, just over. That means. Oh, that's what that means. Okay, that tells me how many tire sets they have left. I'm using SDK for almost 3 years. Didn't know that. Pace car pulls off here though. Jackson will lead them back to green. As green flag is back in the air, we are back underway here. But he gets a pretty even restart throughout all of them. The only thing that Jackson can really hope is, tires really do mean that much, is that they can hold Connor back, slow them down enough where he can't catch him in time. I think as Connor's going to be able to do stuff other people can't with those tires. He's about to follow the 00. No, that's not 00. 97 Haggy into the wall there. Connor's stuck. This is exactly what he probably didn't want to happen. Connor, now if this is Jackson, like, yes, please keep him stuck behind you. I don't have to deal with him. As contact there goes the 20. Kyle Fahey, and I believe, who was that made contact with him? There goes the caution. Kyle Fahey, not Fahey, Fahey hit the, he's trying to pull, that's not 7's fault. So we'll look at the 20. I guarantee he's going to have a handful of wheel right here. He will have a handful of wheel trying to turn off the wall. Called it, and he got a little bit loose. Barely got loose, and I'll show you where he did. When he comes off the corner, this kind of unloads the car. It's very subtle. Right there, he got loose. Came down the track a little bit more. The 7's there. That's not the 7's fault at all. I don't blame Lacey there one bit. Just a car getting a little bit light on exits. So where's my man? Oh my gosh. I was going to say, yeah, he's up front. I didn't know he streams also. That's what Bill told me 2 days ago. I think 2 days ago, you can see him right there on your screen. Sorry, I did not mean to have that there. I don't know why it's showing that. Okay, we do have that. Y'all have YouTube Premium. You don't see these ads. If you don't, I'm sorry. You see ads. We don't even make that much money off of ads, if I'm being completely honest with you. Takes us like 3 months to earn $100 off of ads. That's if we make, well, it really depends on each day from that. So I don't mean to place these and annoy y'all and run y'all off. It's another way we make money. Oh my God, I could have done that. I didn't realize I can create a highlight video. I'm gonna do that after this race because I don't know when it is. Actually, I'm gonna rewind while these guys are doing that. I want to rewind here to when I did this call. Hold on, I'm gonna rewatch this here very quickly. Let's see when it is. $27. Okay, I'm gonna do this here. I'm gonna rate this. I'm gonna see what this turns out as because I've actually never done this before. 127 to 127. Let's go to, I don't know, 2740, I guess. I'm creating a clip of when I called that. And I'm not going quiet. Y'all's audio does work. Predicting a wreck I didn't even see. There we go. I guess that created it. I have no idea if it did or not. Oh, it uploads a video. Okay, cool. Didn't know that. So y'all might see that from the highlight of this race. I didn't know it did that stuff. The more you know. Brandon Jackson, this is so sweet. He'd be happy to take home a win here. However, oh, Gibson's on. Oh, Gibson's behind him, so he can. Hey, he's crashed. No, he hasn't. Okay. It gives me. I get false notifications, so that's why y'all see me kind of looking back at some of these. It'll tell me somebody's wrecked when they actually haven't wrecked at all. No idea why it does that. I guess it just triggers because they're going below a certain speed. I don't. It's weird. Pace car will be pulled in here. It'll be 6 laps left, and I expect it to get hectic. Very, very hectic. Pace car pulls in here as green flag is in the air. We are back underway here. Jackson gets a good jump. That might be what he needs, but the draft is so heavy here, he's going to have to throw a block on somebody if he's going to try to take home the win. Gibson is really his main competition. Over everybody else, it's going to be him he's worried about the most, but Sean Britt, who took 4 tires, also might be a factor here as Jackson's got Hoffman up under him. However, can he get Haggy to kind of draft with him? He will a little bit. He's got to try to work both lanes almost. Does he just stay high? I mean, this is when you're almost... Oh, he opened the door on the bottom. He almost did for a second there. That's going to make Haggy plow and exit. Playing back down across his nose. You see him. He's trying to drag... So what he's trying to do right now is he's trying to drag Hoffman up next to Haggy so they both start side drafting each other and he can pull away. That's what his goal is. That's why you saw him go down to the bottom a little bit. Either that or trying to break the draft if we got somebody in the wall behind. That is Finley smacks the wall, but Jackson running away with it a little bit. They've got Sean boxed in. Sean can't go anywhere. He's got to find a way, and he's going to get his nose just enough there. There might be a wreck here. They're going to save it, though. Now Sean with the fresh tires has gotten clear of both of them as you got the 81 sailing it on in there. Osborne almost caused a wreck as these guys are now going at it. Can Sean catch him, though? he might have time. He's got 3 laps to do it. What he doesn't want is I'm not even going to speak into existence. Jackson he's probably sweating right now. Tires aren't that older, but this is what he wants to see right now is Hoffman go side by side with Britt. They stay side by side for one more lap. That might give Jackson the room that he needs. But Sean, he's just got the better tires. I'm surprised he's not being able to just power his way through almost at this point. I would think he would be able to do it, but he just seemingly he just can't. It's like he edges ahead there. Now, can he go catch Jackson? Look at Jackson's view right now. He's just kind of death staring at me right now. I mean, I can see he's tense. His shoulders, he's not moving very much. As Hoffman's going to go to the bottom. Gibson coming also as white flag in the air for Jackson. One more time around for him. Whatever happens, happens. If they wreck, who cares? He will take home the win. Next flag ends it. He's got to get off of 4 the best that he can. That's the only thing he has to. I think somebody just ate the wall back here. I heard somebody crash. It was Hayden Paul who did. Yeah, they've wrecked in the back. But Brandon Jackson. David Jackson's my professor at college. He will come home, and he will take home the win here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Saw Jackson have a professor at my college whose name is David Jackson. That's what I connected with that last name. They definitely just destroyed each other in the back. Watch Jackson burn it down here. Got a Kyle Larson burnout going. And he blew up. There he goes. Engine goes kaboom. But he will run down the field here, sponsored by, I need to find the league sponsor. I still don't know league sponsors off the top of my head. Sponsored by Perfect Shine Auto Spa for the Bandit Racing League here. Let me get the top 3 drivers in here. Alvin Britton Jackson. I find all these people in here. All right, we will bring in the 3rd place driver in Nick here. He's muted. He's unmute. Does he have a camera? No, he does not. Okay, I'm just making sure. Hey, Nick, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Man, so you come home fifth, you fall just a little bit short, but how did the race go for you overall? And how high were your nerves there at the end of the race, especially?
Yeah, P3 is a good day. Here it's really tough to if you're not out front, it's tough to get out front because of the air. Dirty air is killer in these cars, but those last couple of cautions probably saved a P3 for me. I know that the 55 was on new tires, the 81, and I think somebody else was on new tires, the 31. But all that got negated with those, back-to-back cautions. And yeah, I was able to just stick it out there, and I thought I was gonna get the 55 to the line. It was pretty close, but nice, clean, hard racing from everybody up front.
And so how did the race go for you overall, though?
I got tangled up with one guy. I think it was the 80. I think it was the 81 actually. I think he got into the wall and spun off my nose. I got some damage there. Had to take the fast repair. That second stint on tires, I was probably 6 seconds back from the leader because I hadn't taken my fast repair yet. Had some aero damage, but took the fast repair, got a caution, got right back up there, and that last stint probably started at like lap 97. I was hoping it was going to go green so that we could I was trying to save my tires and have some tire left to fight Brandon at the end there, but just could never get a run on him.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, thank y'all for putting on the show. Thank the Bandit Racing League for letting me join. Want to thank my wife for letting me race these races, and thank my team for having me.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go, but good job coming home third tonight, man.
Thank you.
I was Nick Haufman. We'll bring in the second place driver, and it's Sean Britt. Hey, Sean, this is Bryce in the booth. Have a copy, man?
Yeah, I got a copy.
And so you fall just a little bit short, but how did the race go for you overall, though?
It was some adversity that I had to tackle. Missed pit road entirely for first pit stop and overshot it and had to wait 40 seconds. So I was a lap down for a good chunk of the race.
So when did you pit on lap 100, so did you think you were going to have a pretty good shot because you had about 9 lap fresher tires than everybody else in front of you?
I wasn't really looking for a win. I was just trying to get best position I could get in a short amount of time. So I mean, second place, I'll take it.
And so how does this set the tone for the rest of the season for you?
Just hoping to have a nice steady season, even though we're going to be in a variety of cars and packages and different tracks. I'm hoping that we can start off in the right foot and just keep trotting along.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
I want to thank Weathermaster, Lat Racing Oils, Apex Sim Racing, and you as well, Bryce. I want to thank you and all of the people for Bandit. So, yeah.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go, but congratulations on a second place finish, man.
All right, thanks.
That was Sean Britt, the second place driver. We will bring in the race winner. I still almost said David Jackson. And, excuse me, good Lord. I did not expect that at all. That came up on me. And Brandon Jackson, pull him in here. Hey, Brandon, this is Bryce in the booth. Have a copy, man?
Hey, I got you, buddy. What's going on?
Man, so you come home with the win here after one kind of slipped away from you last week. How high were your nerves there at the end, knowing that this track, you can't really pull away from people, and they might have lined you up and ran by you if they had a chance?
Man, all those cautions just my blood pressure couldn't take it. It was bad. It's you just gotta kind of play the strategy and like not really on the track, more mental, because these guys, man, we're good. Everybody up in the front, man, they're all good, and you gotta kind of play with what you got. There's a few restarts where I got out a pretty good bit, and I was trying to keep it like that. But man, the draft here with these packages is insane enough to where they can just suck right back up to the back of you. So you kind of got to play it, and then you also got to play the line game. I was committed to if they got to me, man, they were gonna have to throw a massive slider going into the corner to be able to get me because I was gonna give them the bottom and just hang it on the outside, and I worked a few times. Um, but yeah, every caution kept just bringing up the nerves. But then I was like, man, it helps because we're burning laps. I don't have to worry about looking in my mirror. So, win you lose kind of fight right there.
Yeah, so how does this feel? You know, you come home with the win. How does this kind of almost, I say, null the feeling of losing barely at Daytona there? Because I really thought it was going to be between you and I can't remember who won last week. But you know, how does that make you feel knowing that you had two good finishes?
Man, it's a good feeling. Um, it's a good group of guys here, and you really got to fight sometimes for getting good position to be there at the end. Last week kind of got away from me. Got caught up on that wreck going into turn 3, and I couldn't keep it straight coming back on the track. It's kind of how super speedway racing goes, man. But here, kind of got a good feeling about mile and a halves and got a good idea of how this track is with this car. And man, I was running with it. I think I was up front pretty much majority of the race. A lot of fun. We had green flag pit stops, which were fun. I almost got rear-ended, which was scary, but we made it work. And we somehow made it to the checker.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Man, shout out to everybody who was in the race watching. Good to see everybody back. We were gone for a long time. I know that. So good to see everybody back and, watching the race and enjoying the show that we put on. Appreciate your guys is on the end of putting on the show for them. Everybody watching, it's up to us to kind of make it work, but you guys do all the work behind the scenes. So kudos to all you guys at Ghost Racing Network. And, man, let's go next week. I don't know where we're at, but let's go.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Hopefully you can double it up, man.
Hell yeah, brother.
As that's somebody speaking in Skype. I swear it makes me feel like an old person using Skype. But even though it's not even that old, I used it like growing up for Minecraft. Skype used to be the greatest thing in the world, but now it's kind of overran by Discord. Like Discord's a lot better. I'll go over the finishing order here now. Let me check chat real quick. What are they saying? So first, Brandon Jackson, who comes home with the win after he kind of had one not taken from him. He had a really good shot at winning last week, though. Bill, you just jumped in here, and that dang horn, or that trombone that you have, I didn't expect it to go off, but Jackson comes home with the win. Sean Britt second. Nick, is it Hoffman? Or am I saying that wrong? Kaufman. I'm saying it wrong the whole race. Kaufman third. Connor Gibson fourth. John Osborne fifth. Sixth. Jason Knack seventh. Eddie Haggy eighth. Ulibarri ninth. Benjamin Lacey 10th. Brandon Finley 11th. Bob Berry 12th. Jonathan Platt 13th. Corey Russell 14th. Kyle Fay, or is it Kyle Fay, or am I saying that right? Hopefully I am.
Which one?
Kyle Fay. Is that how you say it? Fahey. Okay, it's EY. 15th, Matt Crockett. 16th, Peter Murphy Jr. 17th, David Leakey. 18th, Hayden Paul. 19th, Terry Condis. 20th, Jason Greenwald. 21st, Kevin Foster. 22nd, Mark Allen Bivens. Need to scroll down a little bit more. 23rd, Bill Harkins. 24th, James Hartley. 25th, Paul Wilson. And 26th was Christopher. Okay, I just realized what's next to his name. Was Christopher Hamilton. Not a bad race overall, though. Kind of glad Jackson got that win. I'm kind of a driver that I'm almost pulling forth at this point just to see how animated he got it. Daytona, definitely fun to see. But where are we at next week, Bill? I haven't looked at the schedule for that.
We're at Vegas in the trucks.
Okay, you have to be 100 laps, Vegas in the truck. Then after that, Phoenix, Coda, Richmond, Martinsville, Texas, Talladega, Dover.
Phoenix, we go back to the Xfinity and do the rotation again.
And then we got Martinsville, Texas, Talladega, Dover, Darlington. I love Darlington. Charlotte, Milwaukee Mile, Sonoma, and then Iowa. That's all of the regular season. It starts round of 12, round of 8, and then round of 4. No, Bill, what did you think of that race, even though you got involved in a couple of wrecks there?
Well, as a league owner, I really try not to race these guys. I don't want a league owner, being responsible for taking the field out. But anytime I decide to just go up and be competitive, I always get wrecked. It doesn't matter every single time. So the race in general was decent. Some cautions, that I think could have been avoided for sure. But in general, sitting back 7 laps down, watching these guys race was kind of fun. So
yeah, definitely.
It could have been worse.
Yeah, definitely was a good race to watch. But I will not keep you all any longer, so I will let y'all go. Hopefully I see you next week.